I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening. Wow. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so, so worth it.
Okay, so Tia Mowry, who actually, sister, okay, she has publicly divorced her husband. I believe he's also an actor, Corey Hardwick. And the thing is, right, she did this interview, and not only did she talk about how she knew it was time for the marriage to be done because of her own happiness, but she also had a part of the conversation where she was saying that she looks at her marriage, although they are not together anymore, as a success, and that because they created like a great children, and they had a long run, and they accomplished so many things, that she doesn't look at it as a failure. She looks at it as a success, and that the time just kind of ran out, and that is what it was, and that's it, right? And I want to give my perspective on this. So the thing is, right, one of the problems that we have right now is the marriage rate. Okay? Women file for divorce all the time. It is very rare that it is a man who is filing for divorce from his wife. It is always women filing. And we can debate why, men won't leave anyway because men are comfortable or whatever. Whatever it is, the proof is in the pudding, right? Men are more hip to be 10 toes down into the situation than a woman. A woman will have one foot in and one foot out, right? Ready to dip and change and move on at any second. And so what I want to say is that I can understand the fact that every situation and every marriage is not going to work out. Okay? It would be crazy to make it seem as though every marriage is going to last the test of time. Everybody's going to be together until they grow old and their hair turns gray. And, no one is going to break up. No one's going to get divorced just because they signed a piece of paper. Right? That would be very ignorant to think. And one of the reasons why is because of the foundation of a lot of marriages. A lot of people are just together for a long time and figure, okay, well, the next step is marriage. We might as well get married. But they don't really see themselves with that other person for the long haul. Right? A lot of people do it for, whatever reasons, to impress their friends. Like, there's a lot of cracks in a lot of the foundations of marriages. And so we know for a fact that not every marriage is going to be foolproof. Right? It's just not possible. However, to say that the marriage ended and that it was a success because you had children and because of this and because, whatever it was, that I think is a stretch. Okay? For example, if a builder built a house, right? And the house lasted and standed tall for 10 years. And then, at that 11th year, the house fell down. People would look at that builder and say, he does not know how to build houses. That was not a successful build, because a successful build would be able to stand the test of time. And that was not able to. And so I look at it as the same way. Listen, when you get divorced, and if you were planning on being married forever for the rest of your life with this person and you guys did not get there, I think that it is just for you to have the idea in your mind that you failed at something. Because you did. Okay? I don't know if this is just, rhetoric to make herself feel good or to make other people feel good, but it is understandable to feel that you failed, because it is a failure. Because if you went into something for forever and did not make it there, then how can that be a success? And the thing is, if you have put everything into it and it did not work out, whether it's your fault, somebody else's fault, or whoever, you should feel strong enough within yourself and be okay with the fact that it did not work out. And you did fail. Not saying you're going to change the narrative and make it seem like you didn't fail at something. You did. That's like getting an F on a test and saying, well, I tried my best, So in my mind, I got an A. That's delusional. Like that don't make no sense. Okay? Furthermore, she said that she knew it was over when she started to focus on her own happiness, herself, self. All we kept hearing her say was self, myself. When I looked at myself, I put myself. And this is the reason why a lot of women get divorced. Because they stop putting the marriage above themselves and they start putting themselves above everything else. And then everything starts to shatter. It goes from, I want to cook for my family and I want to make sure that we all have something great to eat, to they can do it themselves. They got to figure it out. Well, I'm hungry too, so I want to go out to eat. I'll go buy myself something to eat. They better order something. It changes everything. The foundation, again, that it was set on, now you're changing it because when you got into the situation, you weren't focused on self. And then somewhere down the line, you started to get focused on self and then everything changed. It has to change. I also think that a lot of women put too much emphasis on happiness in a marriage. I know that that's going to sound crazy to me, to some people coming from me. Like, what do you mean, like, put too much happiness? People should be happy. People deserve to be happy. And they do. But let me tell you something. Sometimes you could be unhappy. You can have an unhappy spat in a relationship. And you can get through it and get over it. And be happy again. And revive it again. If you're willing to put those tools into place. Some people have a marriage, right? And they, maybe they have kids. And they were just only used to them two being in a relationship. Now the kids are coming in. Now you're working with two different parenting styles. You don't know how to move. You don't know how to do this. You have a lack of sleep. And you guys are just not happy. Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's your career. Like, there's so many aspects that can make you unhappy or affect your happiness. But if you're not willing to see it through, if you're only dependent on happiness, it doesn't make sense. In a relationship, if somebody is not happy, they just jump off. Okay, I'm not happy, gotta go. But people be unhappy in a job and stay there. Oh, I'm going to get the happiness back. I know I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Let me have a different tactic. Let me buy some new work clothes. Let me do this so that I can get back in the game. A lot of people are not willing to get back in the game because the truth is they want to see what else is out there. They fishing. They want to see who moving how. They see their single friends having fun. They want to live the life that they didn't get to live when they already got into the situation, and now they want to backtrack after they already stepped all the way in. Because of self and because of happiness. What about his happiness? What about your kids' happiness? Some people be around people who got divorced and then realize how happy the person is after that. And then they say, oh, okay, I could do the same thing. And this is one of the biggest problems is that a lot of people are treating marriages like regular relationships. Oh, well, it doesn't work out. I can just get divorced. Oh, well, if, he doesn't make me happy after a while, I'll just get divorced. Oh, well, if, we're arguing, I can just get divorced. And that's not what it's supposed to be like. Because you get divorced, take the money, take the house, take the kids. And then you're wondering why men are hesitant to step into these kind of commitments. Because a lot of these are only determined on the way a woman feels. And if she no longer feels like it, then it's no longer going to work. It's no longer going to happen. And it's unfair and unfortunate. It's unfair and unfortunate. Very. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.